This is Go With Us, and this is our first episode of what's happening this week in Pokemon Go, specifically the week of the 23rd to the 29th of June. On the 23rd, we have DMAX Caterpie coming into raids for that Max Monday hour from 6 to 7 p.m. Bear in mind that Caterpie can go into DMAX Butterfree. DMAX Butterfree is actually the only bug attacker we have right now in the Dynamax forms. Also kicking off on Monday is going to be the Ancients Recovered event, which is pretty much going to be featuring all the Regis in raids leading up to Go Fest. On Monday, we have a Spotlight Hour for Regirock, Regice, Registeel. Remember, that takes place from 6 to 7 o'clock. On Tuesday, we have a Spotlight Hour for 6 to 7 for Regileki. The Spotlight Hour on Wednesday is going to be Regidrago. On Thursday, it's going to be Regigigas. And on Friday, it's going to be a rotation of all of them in that 6 to 7 time frame. But they're also going to be featuring throughout the day on those days, which is incredible. But what's great is that each Regi is going to know their speciality attack. So for Regirock, it's going to know Earthquake. For Regice, it's going to know Thunder. For Registeel, it's going to know Zap Cannon. For Regileki, it's going to get Thunder Cage. For Regidrago, it's going to get Dragon Energy. And on Regigigas, we're going to have Crush Grip. The 100% IV for Regirock and non-weather boosted weather is going to be 1784, and the weather boosted 100% IV is going to be 2230. Remember, that's going to be in partly cloudy weather. For Regigigas, that 100% IV is going to be 2483, and the weather boosted 100% IV is going to be 3104. That's going to be in partly cloudy weather because of its normal typing. For Regieleki, the hundo there is going to be 1602, and the weather boosted hundo IV is going to be 2002, and that's going to be in rainy weather. And Regidrago's case, the hundo is going to be 1699, but the weather boosted hundo is going to be 2124, and that's going to be in windy weather. For Registeel, the 100% IV is going to be 1398, and the weather boosted 100% IV is going to be 1748, and that's going to be in snowy weather. Regice's hundo is going to be 1784 CP, and the weather boosted 100% IV is going to be 2230, and that's going to be in snowy weather as well. Also featuring during this event is going to be the return of all the GMAX forms, which is GMAX Rillaboom, GMAX Cinderace, and GMAX Inteleon. So if you did miss it on the weekends, a great opportunity to get those. And remember, the bonuses for this Ancient Recovered event is that the remote raid limit is going to be increased to 30 per day, so you can take on the GMAX forms as well as all the Regilekis. And there's going to be no remote raid limit from Friday the 27th all the way until Sunday the 29th. Trainers level 31 and up can receive a guaranteed XL candy when trading Pokemon. Another ticket is being introduced in this Ancient Recovered event as well, where for a total cost of $8, we can get access to a timed research, which can lead us to one of the Galarian birds. So either Galarian Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. The big pull though of this Ancient Recovered event is going to be the gold bottle cap coming to Pokemon Go for the very first time, but unfortunately it's going to be paywalled behind a $20 Go Pass Deluxe, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that we need a Go Fest ticket along with this ticket, along with a potential Galarian Birds ticket, it's crazy in my opinion. Just to let you know how this thing works, the Pokemon that you pick to raise your stats, it could be a 000 or a 14, 15, 14. It needs to be at least a good buddy. Once you do acquire this from the Go Pass Deluxe, remember the Go Pass will be free for all trainers, but the Go Pass Deluxe will be that $20 paywall, and you need to use this gold bottle cap by July the 6th at midnight. Once you've used it, you're going to have a 365-day period to complete the hyper training for any single one of these stats. For example, if you want to increase attack, you're going to have to battle alongside your buddy. For increasing defense, you're going to have to play together, explore, and catch more Pokemon. And to increase the HP stat, you're going to have to explore alongside your trainee. This can include something like spinning stops, earning buddy candy, or other adventures. And because there are a few questions about the gold bottle cap, shadow Pokemon are not eligible for the hyper training, but lucky Pokemon, traded Pokemon, and mythical Pokemon are eligible. You can make any Pokemon a hundo. So for example, if it's a 14, 15, 14, this Pokemon is going to be a lot quicker to hyper train than something that's a 10, 10, 10, for example. So pick wisely. On Tuesday, there is going to be a Spotlight Hour for Growlithe, and the bonus there is going to be 2 times Evolution XP. On Wednesday, just like we mentioned, we have that Regidrago Raid Hour. On Thursday, the 26th, we have the Regigigas Raid Hour. On Friday, we have the Featured Raid Hour featuring all of the Regis, so collect which one you want. And the biggest event of the year is happening on the 28th and 29th, which is going to be Go Fest Global. Remember that the total cost for the ticket, I believe, is $15. During Go Fest Global, on the 28th specifically, we can all raid the Crown Shield Zamazenta, which is a fighting and steel type Pokemon, which is going to be pretty good in either category. And of course, on Sunday the 29th, we'll be able to raid the Crown Sword Zacian, which is of course going to be a tremendously good Pokemon, especially in the Fairy and Steel type category, probably going to be the ranked number 1 or 2 there. The featured Mega Raid Pokemon during the week of the 23rd to the 30th is actually going to be Mega Beedrill, coming in at 10 a.m. on Monday. And lastly, don't forget about your Research Breakthrough box that's going to change over on the 2nd. And coming from that Research Breakthrough, you can either get Aerodactyl, 100% IV is going to be 1193. You can get Galarian Corsola, which is going to be 641, the hundo there. Gibble is coming from there, that 100% IV is going to be 477. We even have Charcadet in there at a 313 hundo IV. We also have Frigibax coming in there, that 100% IV is going to be 534. And we also have Sinistea in there. Remember to look out for the Antique form. Antique form, I believe, has a 1 in 100 chance to be the Antique form. And if you want to check it, remember to get that appraisal from your team leader when you appraise the stats. What we do here at Go With Us is that we break down every single event, so this is just an overview of the week, but if you really want to check out the specifics of every single event, we break down those too. Love you guys, go with us, and we'll see you on the next episode. Shh.